Hello guys, we're here in the first video for the new client backends training. This microservice was invented in RebelMouse a while ago, and now we already have the second version. So we decided to drop in this new training so that everyone can understand how to use it properly. First, this that you're seeing in the screen is actually called the client backends. Okay. The URL, you can see it in here, is instead of dashboards, you just go to client backends and it will take you here right away. Okay, so at this current moment, only administrators of a site can access client backends. Okay, that's for regular users. So if you are a client of RebelMouse and you have your CMS, only your users with the role administrator will be able to access this microservice, and this is due to the nature of it. Okay. Now, on the RebelMouse side, users that access with Google SAML will have access to this client backend regardless of the role they have. At this current moment, there is no specific permission that can be granted to a custom role for it to be accessible for that custom role to access client backends. So for now on, it's only the default administrator role on every runner. It's worth noting that this microservice doesn't log actions. So there's no traceability. If you delete an endpoint, create a new one, modify an endpoint, there's no traceability about who did what changes. That's one of the reasons why right now it's only available for admins of a runner. Okay. Now let's try to understand the UI of this microservice. So first, let's go to the sidebar. In here, we have, regular sidebar of dashboard with a lot less items, of course. And then below, we have a couple of items that are related to only this microservice, the client backends. You will see that in here, we have new v2 endpoint, then one endpoint in here, then new v endpoint deprecated, and then another endpoint over here. So basically what this is telling us is that in here are listed all the endpoints of the version 1 of custom backends, client backends. Well, in this upper section, you will see the list of all the endpoints that are created for the new version of client backends, which is version 2. Okay. You can see here you have if you click on any of the endpoints, you will be able to access it, right? See its changes. You can see one signal webhook. I click in here, simple stream integration. If I click on this link, it should actually take you to the new one. You can actually just open it like that with a new tab, and you will be able to go to the actual endpoint. Okay, sorry, my bad. So in this here, this is actually not created at this moment. So you can delete endpoints using this button. You can edit endpoints by going inside them, clicking on them, and they will be loaded. You can see that in here I have original webhook, which is the one that appeared at this point. Okay. So in order for you to create a new endpoint, you just click in here, new v2 endpoint, if you want to create a new client backend endpoint of the newest version, or in here if you want to click on or you want to create an old one. You can see that this sidebar actually looks different. Okay, so let's talk about the main view. In the v1 version, you can see it at the top. We have this enabled button that actually basically what it's telling us is the endpoint enabled or not. If I enable it, if it's disabled right now, if I reload the page, it's enabled. If I want it disabled, that's not enough. I need to save my changes. Whenever you do any changes in here, you need to save those changes for them to take effect. Otherwise, they will not. Okay, so in here you will basically defining if your endpoint is available or not. It still exists, right? But in this case is disabled. So we recommend people disabling endpoints when they actually want to just turn them off, but they don't want to lose them, because once you delete it, it's actually gone for good. Now, then you have the method section and the endpoint path. In here is where you define your endpoint. You're basically going to define the name of the endpoint and the method, HTTP method that it's going to receive. In here you have the input schemas where you define what inputs is your endpoint going to support. You can support query parameters, body, over request, headers, cookies, specific. Then you have the allowed origins, which is where you're going to define which origins are actually going to be allowed for external calling. That means if I want to make a call to google.com, I need to add it in the allowed origins. And finally, you have the script pipeline. Currently, you have one item, right? And we will cover this later, but it's basically for you to be able to create your scripts and create multiple steps through your endpoint. One step or one script within the pipeline passing information to the next. We will cover those in greater detail later. So if I want to create an endpoint, I'm going to create a v1 first. I'm going to create a get method and I'm going to call it test. Okay. You know that there are multiple HTTP methods, but we're only supporting the most typical ones: post, get, put, patch, delete. And then I just save, and in here I can click and see my method. You see it already has hello world. So very important, once you save your changes, your endpoint will be created and you cannot modify either the name nor the method. Okay, so we already tested the hello world, and finally I want to let you know that you can actually have different. Let me create another new v1 endpoint. Okay, and I'm gonna do a post and I'm gonna create it as test. Sorry, the other one was get. Okay, this is gonna be post. So I created it, and you see that it has the same name, but this endpoint is going to handle the get request, while this one is going to handle the post request. So you can have multiple HTTP methods supported for one single URL, but the code for each endpoint will be associated to the method that you're using. Okay, so that's what I wanted to cover in the initial video. Hope it was clear. Talk to you soon.